Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Infinite Abilities Podcast. I am your host, Nick Yerhart, and we are here to encourage each other to find our own unique abilities. Let's go. All right, everyone. So today on the Infinite Abilities Podcast, we have Nicole. And me and Nicole haven't talked in almost a year. It's been 10 months? So I'm glad that we finally were able to make this happen. And I know it's going to be a great show because Nicole also has her own podcast, which we will talk about in a bit. So Nicole, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. Thanks, Nick. And thanks for having me. It's really special to be here with you. So I'm Nicole Karmine. I am what I call an entrepreneur, which is an artist and an entrepreneur. And I also have a podcast, like we mentioned, called Your Happy Hour by my venture called Friday Feels, which is everything that I do is really around authentic creative living. So I used to be in financial crime investigation, which was a really interesting corporate gig for a long time. And then life pivoted along the way, and I found my artist heart. And I'm also a life coach. So I do a few things, but it's all around kind of building community and helping people, I guess, too. So, yeah.
That's amazing. And what kind of art do you do?
I'm a singer-songwriter and emerging, finding my groove still. But yes, I do that. And then I also have a few writings. I guess I'm a poet at heart first. So writing is a really big thing in my life. And I also have a book coming out soon, a children's books, different kinds of art. And I'm dabbling in a little bit of film and things like that. But yeah, I'm just a creative soul, I guess, trying different things.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And writing and poetry, that goes with singing hand in hand. So that's good.
100%.
What kind of music is it?
Oh gosh, it's always a good question. Like what style? It depends on the song. You know, when I write, it can be anything. It can be a rock song. It could be a pop song, anything. But my voice, as you can hear, is not necessarily a rock voice. So when I sing, it's the songs that I actually do choose to produce and sing are a bit more like pop, jazz, classical, I guess. It really just depends on the song. And I sing a bit in Afrikaans, which is my home language. So I'm from South Africa originally, but living in France now. And so I have some Afrikaans songs if anyone's interested in hearing what that language sounds like. Yeah.
That's really cool. My coach is from South Africa too.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. That's
Yeah.
awesome to hear.
Yeah.
Hello, Saka.
Yeah, that's cool. So, what kind of clients do you look for? Like, who do you help?
That's a good question. So I used to do life coaching quite a bit before, after my financial crime gig. And what has happened over time as I've kind of been traveling, I was traveling for 2 years with my dog and finding my artist heart. And what happened was I was doing coaching to kind of keep myself alive financially. And I found lots of people coming to me that are corporate wanting to turn entrepreneur. So that's mostly the kind of coaching clients I have. But yeah, I guess through community, through Friday Feels and everything else, and also just with artist events that I'm hosting in Paris, I get to help people in different ways. And I'm very passionate about helping artists because sometimes quite tough to be an entrepreneur, you know, and make it financially on your own. So yeah.
Yep, that's for sure. And can you talk more about Friday Feels?
Yeah, absolutely. So Friday Feels was kind of born out of a place of desperation and vulnerability. I'd been sent to New York for my investigations job to lead a team. And then 2 months after I arrived there, they cut the US team completely. And so I was in America without a job. And a girl who was in a similar position to me, we started Friday Feels together. And it kind of was born out of this place of wanting to host events for people and coach people. And one of the guys in New York said to me as a co-working space, he said, why don't you come and host the happy hour on a Friday? So that's where the name was born. And then it kind of transitioned into a podcast initially, but Friday Feels more than a podcast is about creating an authentic global working experience. I really am passionate about people being global as we are, but living local, finding those connections, and finding easier ways to be able to travel. I really think experiential living and learning is the best way. So Friday Feels supports all of that from a working professional perspective. Yeah.
That's amazing. And when it comes to your podcast, are you having guests on your show?
Yeah, I am having guests. I hope you
Awesome.
can be one of them quite soon.
I
It'd be
would love
great.
to. That would be great. And what kind of people are you talking to?
It's kind of a mix of all over.
That's
Because we
kind of
have,
how I am.
yeah, exactly, exactly. It's just really raw and real conversations. And we have a theme every month. So one month was like money positivity, blissful boundaries. Doing business with is now the month's theme this month. Last month we spoke about naturally nourished. And we try kind of talk about things that are human and, the hard things, like what are the things that we need to address as being human and then a working professional. So I bring people on from all sorts, and it's just people that kind of cross my path and, yeah, are wonderful humans that want to share. So.
Awesome. That's really cool. And I really like that you do a theme every month. That's like a really good idea. I might have to do that with mine because I think
Yeah.
that could get really fun, interesting, and you'll learn a lot about that topic.
100%. Yeah, I found it really helpful as well for planning. And I think the universe kind of works in that way where when you
It
put
does.
things out there, then people get drawn to you and you have this resonance. So it's almost like you create that bubble of like, this is what you want to talk about. And then people come into your life. And yeah, it is. You learn a lot about a specific topic, which is really cool. So definitely steal it. Go for it.
All right. And yeah, you're so right when you say that when you put things out into the universe, you attract people into your life that can help you.
Mm.
Like for me, I decided that this year I want to be on one physical stage per month. And I don't have a whole lot of experience speaking on stages. I've done it a handful of times. And I was like, I need to hone my speech. Like, I need to craft that. Well, then after I, started thinking about that and started kind of working on it, I had a guest on my show, and that's what she does. She helps people create their speeches. So I got to ask her all these questions that actually helped me create mine. So it's amazing how you just put things out there, and people just come into your life, and they're like, "Hey, I'm here to help." You know,
Absolutely. Oh, I've got goosebumps
it's
because
so
it's
cool.
true. I think we all forget sometimes that, well, firstly, let me say, when you come to Paris, which I know you were saying is a dream of yours, there's a really cool South African bar called La Pomme d'Ève, and I host some events there sometimes. So there's a stage for you if you want to come and speak,
Oh,
which will be so amazing.
that'd be
Um,
awesome.
but yeah, just on the topic of, I think we forget that we are vibrational beings and that we just really one big energy blob. So when you put it into your like little sphere, which is actually this massive sphere that's connected to everything, then it's a lot easier for the universe to know like what you want and where you're at. So yeah, I think it's really cool.
And I think that's one of the hard things that we as entrepreneurs sometimes face is we have a hard time talking about what we do, what we want for our business, how we help people. Like the people that are successful, you can go online and you know exactly what they do. And that's something that I've struggled with since I started my business. And now I'm getting like, find out, like, I speak about what I do. I talk about how I help people. I talk about the services I offer and the products and all that. So if you're an entrepreneur listening, just talk about what you do. It's simple, actually. And then record it, post it on social media, and there you go.
Yeah, it's actually really good advice. And I feel the same. I think often when people ask me the question, then I'm like, where do I start?
Yeah.
Can I talk about the things that are still coming? Like, that's all a lot here, too. So, yeah, it's really difficult.
Hey, so like you and me, like we do more than one thing. Like I have a lot of services that I offer, and I just recently learned this. So when you're out networking and somebody asks you what you do, try to get them to tell you what they do first, because then you're going to have a better idea of what service you offer that would actually help them.
That's really good advice. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a bit like what I do when I don't remember what someone's name was, and then I get someone else to introduce themselves.
yep, there you go. Yep. But because a lot of times, we'll just start talking about one of our services, and they don't care about that one, but yet they might care about a different one that we have. So yeah, I thought that was a really good tip that I learned.
That's really a good tip. I'm definitely stealing that one from you.
Good. Go ahead. Good. Awesome.
Yeah.
And I gotta ask you the same question that I ask every guest. So my slogan is, your abilities are infinite. What does that mean to you?
That's a really good question. I don't know why it's making me emotional to answer you, but it's probably a good thing. I immediately think of the tattoo I have on my wrist, which is an infinity sign, and it's kind of like an infinity within an infinity. And I think I've always thought of life like that, like it's kind of the spiral within a spiral. And maybe being human is trying to find your groundedness in that. And learning that you can do anything in that bubble, like we were talking about the energy bubble. So I think the fact that your abilities are infinite, I believe we're divine beings. We kind of a soul having a human experience. So if we can just remember that, then anything is possible, and I have to remind myself that often as well, because being human is not easy. But it's such a beautiful, beautiful experience. So.
Oh, I loved your answer. That was amazing. Thank you.
Thanks for asking. Yeah.
And do you have any last words of wisdom that you would like to leave the audience?
Maybe something I've just really that's dawned on me recently is two things. One is know yourself. I think that's like something we all can learn from. And it takes time to know yourself. So take the
It does.
time to know yourself, and have patience and grace with yourself. And then secondly, slow down to speed up. That's something that's been on my heart a lot. So like the life is really kind of in the small details, like they say, and maybe I'm getting older, but I think that it's really valuable when you can really create that space for yourself to think and be. So yeah, that's it.
I definitely agree with that. And then how can the audience reach out to you and find you?
Yeah, sure. So I'm on LinkedIn at Nicole Karmine. You can easily type that in. It's Carmen with a K. Excuse me. And I also am on Instagram. My handle is Poetry Behind the Music. So most things start at poetry. But I'm sure if you type in Nicole Karmine, you'll find me, as well as Facebook and YouTube for some of the music. And then if you want to go check out Friday Feels and the Your Happy Hour podcast by Friday Feels, we're on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, all of those. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Nicole, thank you for being on the show. This is really, really great.
It's been such a delight and really a privilege to talk to you, Nick. I really hope I can get to hug you in person in Paris
Yeah.
or wherever soon.
Yeah, let's hope that maybe the end of this year, early next year, I can make it over there.
That'd be awesome. You let me know.
Awesome. I will. All right. Thank you. If you enjoyed this show, please go ahead and share it on your Instagram story and tag me in the Nick Yerhart. Also, go ahead and share it anywhere else that you see fit, because the only way that I can grow this is by you guys sharing it. I don't sell anything on here. I don't have any sponsors, so let's just get it out there by word of mouth and help more people. Alright, everyone, remember, your abilities are infinite.